All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for real people just like you and me. This video obviously will touch on some things that go beyond just music. Eddie Van Halen's wife, Janie, pens an emotional letter about the death of her mom and Eddie. Now, the other day I covered this, and there was more to the story, so I'm picking up where I left off, because this is tragedy on steroids. This is something you wouldn't want to wish on your biggest enemy. Van Halen's legendary guitarist, Eddie Van Halen's widow, Janie Van Halen, recently posted 2 black and white photos of her mother and wrote a heartbreaking message in which she said that she can still not understand why her mother was taken away from her when she was needed the most. Now, when I did my last video, I assumed that it was just her brother and Eddie. I'm not on Twitter, so I didn't follow all of the posts. But it turns out it's her mother, her brother, her husband, Ed, and also her father within the span of, 18 months or something like that. She's posted on Twitter, I believe, that she was headed to counseling, and I would think anybody would wind up in counseling after that. There's no doubt that 2020 was a challenging year for many, but it was a year of losses for the professional dancer and wrestler Janie Van Halen after losing her father in 2019. See, I either didn't see that story, or I guess it just was out there, and I don't know. But then she lost her brother, which I knew about that, and then her husband, Ed, in October, and then her mother in November. I mean, that is just insane. So she loses Ed in October, and then her mother in November. I don't know how she's like walking upright currently. I mean, that would just blow my brain right to smithereens, knowing that all of those things had happened. And even if you don't have the best of relations with all of those people, you've got to think that that's just too much to cope with. For the past months, Janie has been trying to do her best to heal her broken heart. In her recent Instagram post, she opened up about how hard the past 7 months have been for her. And that said that she sometimes finds it hard to separate who she's grieving for, as the losses were so close together. I mean, that's just, again, think about it. That's insanity. In her heartfelt message, Janie said that she can still not understand why her mother, who was her rock and the person who could understand her better than anyone and make everything okay, was taken away from Janie when she needed her the most. Of course, that was following Ed's passing, and then her brother had passed and her father had passed, so again, she had nobody left. She also said that maybe broken heart syndrome is a real thing, and that her mother couldn't cope with her father and brother's loss. So a lot of grieving here, and a lot of people don't really look beyond the headlines, especially when it just pertains to Ed. Obviously, that's a big deal, but every human being in a family obviously is as important as another. Being a famous guitarist doesn't make you necessarily a better person than Janie's dad or brother, and obviously losing your mother when you had nobody left, that just is completely mind-blowing. There isn't much to be said in these situations, rather than wishing that she keeps finding the courage and self-power to deal with these horrible things. About her mother, she says she was a fierce 5-foot bundle of energy and positivity. And then this whole part is repeated again. What I don't know is that I miss my mom, in these past 2 months, the past 3 months, and the past 7 months have sucked immensely. Yeah. Just crazy. Sometimes it's hard to separate who I am grieving for at any given time I'm grieving for them all. So yeah, I don't do Instagram or any of these other places, but a lot of times people post more emotional memes and stuff over there, and this woman obviously has been through so much. So our hearts go out to her. I was going to say her and her family, but it doesn't sound like she has any family left at this point. Maybe she does, and let's just pray that everybody stays healthy and that she gets the help she needs through counseling, because man, oh man, if that were me, I'd be probably admitted to an insane asylum at that point. So the fact that she's sharing this stuff with everybody, she doesn't have to do that, but she has chosen to do so. In any event, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and you can follow me over on Patreon for $1 a month, where obviously we can have conversations about these topics and other music-related things that aren't so down in the dumps. So, yeah. Anyway, see you soon.